It ain't all gold that no, you know. No, you know. No, you know. No, you know. It ain't all gold that Don't you know it ain't long? It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. Don't you saying don't you know it ain't long? It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. Don't you saying don't you know it ain't long? It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. Don't you saying don't you know it ain't long? It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark.
Yeah, we're gonna do something like this today. Gonna make some bluesy thing.
Don't you know it? Say no, you know it ain't no gold that glitters in the dark. Yeah, I said it ain't no gold that glitters in the dark.
Ooh, that was bad. Okay, got too excited. But we gotta record probably a little bit more voices. This was just a sketch recording. My attempt at gospel and blues. I can barely play the piano, so I'm not calling this gospel. I'm calling this blues noodles, or what did I call this actually? Vintage soul sample creation. I think that's broad enough. Now let's track some of this.
No, you know it ain't no gold that glitters in the dark.
Who am I stealing this from? Because I didn't make this up, I know that. I always love to say, I'm not inventing a melody, I just find it somewhere in these keys. It has been there long before, and the only reason why I want to play it again is because I must have had some previous connection to it. Either conscious or unconscious, doesn't matter. We don't invent shit.
Don't you know it? Say no, you know it. Yeah, I said don't you know it ain't gonna go.
Where is this from? I don't know. It's from somewhere. You know, I really never learned one song. I can probably play Happy Birthday. I only practice scales and make up stuff. No, you know, yes, I know, you know. Mama said tonight don't go there. Let us in the dark. Maybe we should have moved up a register or so. Let's see. Bling, brang, brung. No, you know, it ain't no gold, no. Lamp glitters in the dark, Mama said. Actually, this is exactly. Thank you. You're taking the words right out of my mouth. I am really absolutely connected to the Platonic idea. Like, I had the privilege of having been sent to a, what do they call that shit? A humanistic gymnasium. So I was blessed even with fucking 7 years of Latin. So went through this extensively. And I really do love the Platonic idea about this idea heaven, and that actually every idea that we know is just a shadow copy of the pure original. And if we recognize an idea, we have this amnesis, like amnesia, that's where it's from. The soul is taking part in the idea heaven and thus reconnecting to the true idea, understanding it again. Still just seeing a mere shadow image, but I really love this analogy, man. I got some philosophers in this chat. That's cool. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. We got some philosophical people out here. No, you know, yes, I know, you know. It ain't don't go back. Glitters in the dark. We probably might be clipping. And I should maybe calm a little bit down. It's at night. My voice is not exactly silent. And I don't want to disturb my neighbors or my roommate too much. Like, these keys are clicky enough already. I should be living somewhere in the mountains, removed from mankind. So I don't disturb nobody, and nobody fucking disturbs me. And there's the cursing again. Yes, I've had too much coffee. Yada yada. Yeah, Lord help me drink less coffee. I am way too fast anyway, too smart for my home good. Drinking coffee like I should not. Okay, random stuff. But maybe we had something in there. Maybe. I really never learned one. Don't you go saying don't you know it ain't no. Don't you know? No, you know. Oh, you know. It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark.
Don't you go saying don't you know it ain't all. Don't you know? No, you know. Oh, you know. It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. No.
We just try to find something quick and dirty. We can make it clean and nice, but we're just collecting ideas. That's why I also didn't really care to track the strings. It's still very random. We are looking for ideas. And then we need to practice them. Like, really. Like last night, I think I've been doing left hand exercises very long and super slow. I can only recommend, and I should probably do this every day, first thing in the morning, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, only left hand. I don't have a right hand. I wake up, I'm just, what is it? One arm bandit. I'm a one arm bandit piano player. That's what I should be. Okay, okay. What we usually want to do with a sample like this? Of course, first thing first, we do not want it to be polyphonic. We'd rather have it on retrigger. Then we might want to put a little bit, can you see anything? It's also not ideal, isn't it? Is it? It's not ideal. Maybe that's better. You should be able to see a whole of Mimic now. I'm not quite sure. I've been thinking about this. If it does actually kind of like there's also various interpretations of what kind of degree of determinism is in place. Like I believe most people will probably agree that there is definitely something like causal relationships. If I push my hand to the left, this cup is going to spill and fall. But also, there's different schools of determinism. Some say like everything is programmed. Every syllable, every word that we are exchanging has been set in stone forever. We are merely witnessing this program unfold, kind of. I do also not really like this notion, though it is also not falsifiable. Like, you cannot say that it is wrong. But I believe with the human condition and with us wanting to live forever, on some level, some more than others, but we certainly do not strive to die unless we are super depressed or in pain. This is like kind of the basis for anything. We want to live, probably no matter how badly. But yeah, determinism is a big one. Let's not get too philosophical though, because you know me, I don't have a focus. I could get lost in this very quickly too. Like, it only takes 3 notes, but a topic like this, whew, I'm gone. I'm gone. Okay, let's get back to this. Also, you don't need to hear the reverb. If I just speak, that's just annoying and takes off. Yeah, actually, really, it is so annoying. I mean, sometimes there are axioms, stuff that you just have to accept and use to keep thinking about the issue. But on principle, if people are making hypotheses that are not falsifiable, it's really not scientific. You can't use it. Well, you can ponder about it, but it is not worth anything if you cannot falsify it, possibly. Like, it's just, yeah. You can claim anything, but then, well. Let's get back to making music. I really, I don't have much of an attention span. If we sample stuff like that, we want it to be triggered so we can do some choppy stuff. Let me turn off the delay on that. I don't need that right now. Let's give it back some frequencies. We're running this through through ladder pass filter, 24 dB. Let's put up some drive. Let's reduce the resonance so we hear a little bit more. And we're almost halfway there. Now we can either think about like looking for better chops, or maybe doing some more modulation with this, maybe trying to find a cool spot or vibe within this. Let's mess a bit around with all these parameters, mostly with pitch and with speed, and probably a little bit with the frequency too, and the cutoff filter. We might put an LFO on there, I'm not sure yet, we'll see. Let's put on this super annoying and generic click track so we get to have some context with what we do. Okie dokie, let's put some delay on that, because we probably want it to be not super chopped off. Of course we want it to be chopped, but we don't want it to be super dry. We want it to be in there. It's a little bit much, but exactly. Exactly. I think I have to take a break. I had too much coffee, and you know I can't sit still then. Reason Gang. Best gang, only gang that makes any goddamn sense, I've heard. That's just what I've heard. I'm just repeating what people told me. But you know what? Before we get a headache from this click track, because I'm really allergic to this rigid ass click, I just want to already know I don't have the patience to arrange stuff often really super minutely. That's why I do a lot of dirty sampling, because I know I will be doing micro sampling anyway. And well, who cares? But let's put this in grain. I do love grain. Granular synthesis is amazingly powerful. I really never learned one song. I can probably don't you go saying don't you know it ain't all. Don't you know? No, you know. Oh, you know. It ain't all gold that don't you go saying don't you know it ain't all you know. No, you know. You know. It ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. Yeah. Okay, that's enough for us now. Let's see what we can do with that in grain. I do love grain. Grain is amazing. Let's see. Oops. I think we still have this. Yep, Ripley's still on. Ripley is both a delay and a reverb. A delay and a reverb. You can see squat, right? It's maybe a little bit tiny. That's much better, I hope. Come on now. I can't move it farther to the left. Well, that will have to do, I guess. So weird. Anyway. But you know what? Now this should work. Because it's really not much sense using Zoom if you still can't see half of it, isn't right? It's kind of... we have to put this click in for a second. I'm sorry. what's very cool to do is let's remove everything in this modulation matrix first. And then we will use LFO1 and we will send it to the playhead position. And the cool thing about freeze mode is, as the name suggests, like the playhead is kind of stuck stationary. If you have keyboard tracking on, that second, that grain, or whatever time interval that, how long a grain is, I think it's something like 50 to, I don't know, 250 milliseconds or something, doesn't matter. But we're just right there. Let's put this LFO there and see what happens. Isn't it beautiful? But let's make it slower. It's the glitched out madness I love. Don't you know? Da bum bum bum. You can do the wildest shit with this. And glitched out sounds, of course. Let's make it wobble less. You can make you can make a whole lot of stuff that is super chopped up and stuttered. Like if you like processing and editing, especially like vocal chop stutter stuff, Grain is probably a friend with that. It may take some time and you will probably have to record quite some time till you have like exactly the chop that you want. Like if you wanted to, we could sample this straight back into Mimic, which I often do. Then we have the exact output. Let me mute my mic and then we see what happens.
Yeah, I'll go get it ain't Uncle that lives in the dark. Lives in the dark. Lives in the dark. Lives in the dark. Let us 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 in the dark.
Absolutely, all the time. Actually, I'm probably not doing nearly enough vocal work. That's why my vocals often suck. And yeah, I also need to practice vocal cords and not just piano chords. But I do this mostly actually with instruments. Yes, I will create something like sketch recording with a couple of voices, and then I sample that, and hopefully it can be used to make some, I don't know, whatever. Just like in the other block, you know. No. Okay, my voice is really gone. Don't you know? Yes, absolutely. I do this a lot with instruments too. Most of all with instruments. No, you know. Oh, that was the most disgusting choice for a note in a bad way. I mean, I know nowadays disgusting can also mean staying face. It was cool, but that was not cool. Also, what the heck is this? What am I tracking here? Like, just because there's space on the disk doesn't mean we need to do this. Don't you know, yeah. Mama said it ain't all gold that glitters in the dark, yeah. Something. And then we dub with more voices. I should have cut the rest. Like, why do I talk there? Should have done that after. That glitters in the dark, yeah. Something. Don't you know, yeah. Mama said it ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. Don't you know, yeah. Mama said it ain't all gold that glitters in the dark. Yeah, I kind of do that I kind of do that all the time with instruments. Most of all with instruments. Like often, especially, hold up, let me kill this reverb. Especially if I cannot decide, like say I have an idea, just a loose idea, nothing great. Especially for all the random piano stuff. If I cannot decide a tempo, very often I will sample that straight. I'll just gonna mute my microphone because it makes it so easy, because sometimes it can be very difficult to hit the one for some reason. I need like often 3 tries and a pre-click. And then still sometimes I keep missing the one. Shit. Ba-dum-dum. I like this. Let's sample that. I'm not familiar with the song Feather in the Wind. I don't know it. I have to look it up. I have to look it up. But it sounds nice. Feather in the Wind. I have a lot of imaginary images in my head. If it was for that, you can see a lot. Like I do this all the time, and usually with like 3 or 4 or 5 voices. Like there's always some keys, obviously. It's almost always some strings. Then I'll use a Celeste somewhere. Blah 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 blue. You know, a Celeste is a great instrument. Like, sorry, you don't have to do anything. If you're using a Celeste, you already won just because you have a Celeste. It's the same like if you have a choir, especially a choir with children. If you have a choir, you win. If you have a Celeste, you win. If you have a Wurlitzer, you win. If you have a Hammond B3 organ, you win. If you got a funky bass player, you can't be beat. Let's record some of this mumbo jumbo without my voice. You say this Celeste is too small? I love the sound of a Celeste. I mean, yes, it is. It is more small, but I like this. It's an auxiliary instrument, I'd say. Of course, you could make an entire tune where it is the star, but I think it is like any composer's dream that is writing scores a lot, because like this screams, please write the magical, lovely Disney pseudo ballad kind of thing. Like it's always like this magical, like that's already like the introduction of the scene. It feels like, you know what I mean. We know all these super classical scenes, like the little princess just entered the woods and is discovering her a fairy godmother. Some bullshit like that, you know. Let's loop this and try to find some other voices. Absolutely awesome. Like I'm so in love with Keyscape. Like seriously. Keyscape is just purely amazing. They have beautiful sample instruments. It is the quintessential, like, I think also music boxes too. They have this feel of nostalgia, the good old days, sometimes on the cross lines of supernatural, often suspenseful. Like I hear kind of Morgan Freeman doing a voiceover. And then one day, while everything just seemed fine, and there was no obvious reason to worry though, things had changed. You know, like this super typical omniscient narrator that sets the tone, is hinting at something. He's not gonna tell you everything, but he's foreshadowing something. Not necessarily the events per se, but he shed some light on stuff. Like I'm in love with the Celeste. I love every instrument probably. I don't think I can think of an instrument. I can't think of an instrument that I don't like. Certainly, there are some that I do like more than others. Ooh, and I'm in love with strings, of course. Who isn't? Like, I wish I'll have the chance to learn some cello someday. Because that shit makes me cry almost every time. Like, what? You don't have to do nothing. We are playing -7 an octave and that's it. And it sounds like we would know what we do. But every good story has two ends, and things are changing. Okay, sorry. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't behave. And also, I didn't even actually hit the minor chord. I wanted to do something absolutely bananas. Mr. Mark, you know what? I'm kind of bubbly. I think I'll take a break. I might come back, I can't promise. Actually, I have to. I shouldn't. But I will probably. You know me. I always said this and do that. Story of my life. Catch you later for maybe more story time, jazz, vintage soul, blues and jazz mumbo jumbos. But what have we been playing? We've been playing basically. Da 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 da. Shit. Da 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 da. I love the diminished six. It is just like, seriously, why on earth do we learn music theory? If we do learn music theory, that is, why do we start learning the major scale? And if we're lucky, we find out that we can do so much more. Like, seriously, like how if we just add the I flat, everything has changed. I will never stop teaching the gospel. Black Eyed Peas. Oh yeah, that's probably my muscle memory, you know? Because there's, of course, a lot of stuff that I like doing a lot. And if you say it is a summer anthem, I probably have drilled stuff into my head that I will do in every key. God forbid. Da 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 ba da da. I know quite a lot of tracks from Black Eyed Peas, but sometimes I have the weirdest memory for names. Sometimes I can recall names, I don't know how, and sometimes I can't ever. Usually, it doesn't matter if it's a person or if it's with persons often worse. I never forget your voice. I'll never forget your face, but it could take a lot of time. So I remember a name, also names from bands and music. Often I have to hear the song and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard that, or no, I don't know that. So I'm not super familiar with the entire catalog of Black Eyed Peas. It's been quite some time since I've listened to them. Ba-da-da-da. You know what? I need to go to the other piano. It's no joy on these tiny ass keys. Ooh, I forgot. We are still on autofocus. Why nobody tell me that my picture is flip-flopping? Oh, what is that else? I hear some more things. Oh, oh no, abort mission. Abort mission. I now know what it is that I'm stealing. I think it is some Diana Krall or Nora Jones song. Ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. La-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Shit. Yeah. It is, I'm not sure. Maybe Diana Krall or Nora Jones. Ba-da-da-da-da. Bra-di-da-di-tre. Da-di-da-di-do. Oh, that's not right. Da-di-da-di-da-di. God damn it, gotta help me out. What kind of Diana Krall song could that be? Ba-da-da. No. Da-da-da. Dun-da-dun-da. Da-dun-da. Dun-da. Oh shit. We're actually really stealing that. That's not good. Anyway. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. I can't do this. I'm self-taught. I didn't look at the notes. I can't help my ears. I can't help my hands. Da-ba-ba. Da-da-da. Yeah, I better take a break. I move like I'm a complete autist, which I joke about, which I'm not. Also, I want to make clear. Yeah, it's don't know why. It's don't know why. Oh shit. Yes, it is. It is. Don't know why. How do I not know the lyrics? I don't know how often I listened to the song back in the day. Don't know why. Is it Don't Know Why or is it Come Away With Me in the Night? It could be Nora Jones too. Now I'm not sure. Is it Nora Jones or is it Diana Krall? Oh, that's not right. Not quite, not quite. Something close, but not right. Ba ba ba. Da-di-do, da-da-do. Shit. Maybe I should look. You know what? I gotta take a break. Exactly. I wasn't sure Nora Jones or Diana Krall, but it's Nora Jones. Don't know why it's Nora Jones. Waited till don't know why I didn't come. It is don't know why. It is don't know why. It is don't know why. I absolutely agree with you. I sound like Nora Jones with his 3-day beard. I'm a bold old man. I'm bold and I'm old. Still trying to find some gold. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. No, that was bad. What's next? What's next? No. Yeah, you know, guys, I gotta take a break, I guess. But that was too funny, like, Noah Jones. Yet, no, I really have a problem. God damn it, we have a problem. I think it is actually Don't Know Why. I'm quite sure it's Don't Know Why, isn't it? It's Don't Know Why. Yeah, we got an issue. We can't do that. We can't do that. We're gonna get struck down by the copyright mafia. Oh yes, I can't. Ooh, I like this one. Drin da dum dra di da. Brim bum bum bra bi ba. Oh my god, that is some Ella Fitzgerald shit. Dra di dum da bim ba. I can't do that. Nobody gets close to Ella. What the fuck did I just play? Ouch. No. Sorry, I still can't stop giggling. Like every time I look up and see the chat line, I have the song superimposed. Now, you combine the song like Nora Jones was a street name, but oh my god. Imagine Nora Jones was a beard. It's probably a sight to behold. Shit, we did not record. That would have been awesome. Anyway, I will be taking a break. I'll talk a lot and I'm super jumping around everything. Yes, there's coffee in it. I don't ask why. Don't know why I'm having coffee in the middle of the night. I'm quite sure one day my heart will strike. My future cardiologist tells me I should be laying low. Okay, gotta go. Catch you later, peace. My dear neighbors are going to kill me one day. You know, my voice is really not really that silent.